Good morning dear students and welcome to Genesis. Well, this video is a continuation of my lectures on the chapter seed structure and germination. लेकिन आज के इस वीडियो में we are specifically going to understand the process of germination. Now before you understand what is germination, let us understand what is present inside a seed. एक seed के अंदर होता है embryo and embryo क्या है? It is basically the baby plant which is later on going to grow into a plant. लेकिन when this baby plant or the embryo is within the seed, then it remains in a period of dormancy. Dormancy is a period where it is practically inactive. Practically inactive मैंने इसलिए कहा because it is not dead, but all the metabolic activities that it performs, they are at a very slow rate. जैसे कि when the embryo is present inside the seed, it performs the process of respiration. लेकिन respiration का rate बहुत slow है. So वो respire करता है and it releases carbon dioxide and takes an oxygen, but at a very very slow rate. Apart from that, they also produce heat. But when they become active, that means जब उन्हें proper सारे conditions मिलते हैं, then the rate of respiration, the rate of generation of heat, everything increases. ये proper conditions क्या है? We are going to understand it afterwards. But right now there is one more important fact to know that ये जो नए seeds होते हैं, एकदम fresh new seeds that are produced from plants, क्या उन्हें proper condition मिलने से वो immediately they will grow into a baby plant? No, not necessarily. They have a period of dormancy and they will not grow into a baby plant until they have undergone the process of maturation. इसका मतलब ये जो dormancy period है, ये मत समझना कि this is a time when the seed only protects the embryo. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं. The seed also helps the embryo to mature and go into the process of germination. Last, what is germination? Germination refers to all the changes, वो सारे changes that will happen which will help किसको? In the development of seedling, that means baby plant. Seedling किससे? From dormant embryo. एक dormant embryo से एक seedling बनने के लिए जो भी changes होंगे, उन सबको we study under the process called germination. Germination के लिए there are certain essential conditions. So let us see what are those essential conditions. So germination को three essential conditions की जरूरत होती है. The first essential condition is water. So there has to be water, तभी germination possible है. The second essential condition is optimum temperature. क्या है? We will discuss. And the third essential condition is presence of oxygen. So here are the three essential conditions जिसके बिना germination possible ही नहीं है. Now individually समझते हैं क्या है. Number one, I said water. See, water is essential for the seed because जब micropyle के through water enters into the seed, then the seed enlarges in size और इसके कारण they are capable of breaking open the seed coat. Seed coat बहुत tough एक covering होता है. Once the seed coat breaks, now the plumule and the radicle of the embryo can easily come out of it. सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन है कोटिलेडन्स के पास जो भी स्टोर्ड फूड रहता है फॉर द सीडलिंग, वाटर हेल्प्स टू डिसॉल्व दैट फूड और जब वो डिसॉल्व हो जाते हैं वो न्यूट्रिएंट्स, दे कैन बी इजीली टेकन अप बाय द एम्ब्रायो एंड कैन बी यूटिलाइज्ड फॉर द ग्रोथ. सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है ऑक्सीजन. वी ऑल नो जब एक सीड से एक सीडलिंग डेवलप करता है तब इट इज अनेबल टू परफॉर्म द प्रोसेस ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस बिकॉज उनके पास लीव्स होते नहीं है. सो एट दैट टाइम व्हाट डू दे डू इज they perform the basic process of respiration जहां वो क्या करते हैं? they take oxygen and give out carbon dioxide और इस ऑक्सीजन को यूटिलाइज करते हैं to break the stored food which is present in the cotyledon and उसे यूटिलाइज करके they grow. लेकिन yes, during the growth, the moment इनके पास leaves develop कर जाते हैं, हमने पहले भी पढ़ा था, then the function of cotyledon is over. Now they will start to perform photosynthesis and in the process of photosynthesis they are going to consume the carbon dioxide जो वो respiration के दौरान छोड़ते हैं and release oxygen in return. But until that, एक seed perform करता है respiration just like you and me, where they take in the gas oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. The third important thing is optimum temperature. Optimum इसलिए क्योंकि अगर temperature बहुत ज़्यादा है, that will also hamper the growth. अगर temperature बहुत कम है, that will also restrict the process of germination. So the optimum temperature for the development of seed is around 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. So we discussed what is germination and what are the three factors that are essential for the process of germination. So now that we know all the essential conditions for germination, हमें ये समझ में जरूर आ जाएगा कि if you sow a seed quite deep into the soil, it will not germinate. ऐसा क्यों? Because when you sow a seed very deep into the soil, number one, it is not going to get enough oxygen. Oxygen नहीं मिलेगा तो क्या होगा? It is not going to perform respiration. Respiration नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा? There will be no generation of energy. And if there is no energy, then how will its cells divide? Because cell के division और growth के लिए energy की जरूरत है. So if there is no oxygen, there is no respiration. If there is no respiration, there will be no cell division and there will be no growth. Second important point है insufficient pushing force. So when you are sowing the seed deep into the soil, उस embryo को seed coat को तोड़ना होता है. Then the plumule and the radicle is going to come out. So imagine that soft plumule. How will it develop so much force to come out through that deep soil? So insufficient pushing force will be another reason because of which we are going to find that the seedling will not germinate. Now there are certain experiments in our syllabus जिससे हम ये prove करेंगे that for the process of germination, oxygen, optimum temperature, and there is requirement of water. So let us first start with water. So we are going to prove that water is essential for the process of germination. In this we will take two beakers. Okay, so this is beaker A and this is beaker B. Conditions हम लोग बस इतना रखेंगे that in beaker A we will put cotton which is wet. So wet cotton. And in case of beaker B हमने जो cotton लिखा है वो है dry cotton. Now we sprinkle some seeds into it. Okay, here also we sprinkle seed. So after some day हमारा observation होगा the seeds which were present in beaker A that contains wet cotton, they start to germinate, whereas the seeds in beaker B they remain as it is, that is they do not germinate. क्यों? Because यहाँ जो cotton था वो dry था, there was no moisture, तो seed को सबसे essential feature which is water नहीं मिला and it could not germinate. और यहाँ since the situation was optimum, there was oxygen, there was optimum temperature, there was enough moisture, they could germinate. Hence it is proved that water is essential for the process of germination. Let us prove how optimum temperature is necessary for the process of germination. So जब हम optimum temperature के लिए करेंगे, the setup will be same as for water जैसे हमने किया था. तो here we are going to take two beakers. So this is beaker A and beaker B, and in दोनों beakers में we are going to now keep wet cotton because अब moisture is not the factor that we are going to try to test. तो यहाँ पे भी हमने wet cotton दिया. And in this also wet cotton, and you put some seeds into it. The only difference that we do is जो test tube A है, we keep that test tube in normal temperature, whereas this test tube will be kept under refrigeration. That means at a very low temperature. After some time, after some days, when you observe, you're going to see this one shows seeds germinating. Why? Because इन्हें air मिला, इन्हें moisture मिला, and optimum temperature मिला. Whereas the seeds present in test tube B, they do not germinate because they got air, moisture, but not optimum temperature. Hence proved that for the process of germination, optimum temperature is essential. In the third experiment, now let us prove how oxygen is essential for the process of germination. So इसके लिए we take two conical flasks. This is flask A and this is flask B. इन दोनों फ्लास्क में सिचुएशन ऑलमोस्ट सब एक होगा. There will be wet cotton at the bottom to provide moisture for germination, and we are going to hang the test tube inside both situation A and situation B. But in situation A, inside the test tube we take a chemical जिसे कहा जाता है pyrogalic acid, whereas in situation B इस test tube में we just take water. Now we are going to cover the mouth of the conical flask with the help of a cork. So we make sure there is no entry and exit of air into the experimental setup. Now in setup A, since we have kept a special chemical pyrogalic acid, let us understand इसका function क्या है. Pyrogalic acid is a chemical that basically absorbs oxygen. So I can now say that in situation A there is no oxygen inside because जो भी oxygen था उसे pyrogalic acid ने absorb कर लिया. Whereas in situation B, क्योंकि यहाँ पे water है जो oxygen को तो absorb नहीं करेगा, so there will be oxygen inside this. After some days, जब तो जिसे हमने दोनों test tube में रखा था, we will observe them. We will see in situation A, since there was no oxygen, these seeds did not germinate. On the other hand, situation B में there was oxygen, there was optimum temperature, there was moisture. ये सारे सीड्स जर्मिनेट कर पाए. Hence, with the help of this pyrogallic acid chemical, we could prove that if there is no oxygen, then there will be no germination of seed. So, oxygen is essential for germination of seed. The next experiment is known as the 3 bean seed experiment. क्यों? Because यहाँ हम लोग 3 seeds लेते हैं and we keep them at different heights. So we take a beaker, जिस beaker में हम लोग we half fill it with water and we put a slide inside this beaker. और इस ग्लास स्लाइड में वी अटैच सीड्स. कैसे? एक सीड विच इज अबव द लेवल ऑफ द वाटर, एक सीड रहेगा विच इज जस्ट एट द लेवल ऑफ द वाटर एंड अनदर सीड विल बी सबमर्ज्ड इन द वाटर. And in तीनों situation को we will observe. After some days we find that the seed A does not germinate, seed B germinates and the seed C partially germinates. Why? In case of seed A, there was no water. So it got air, that means it got oxygen, it got optimal temperature, but no water. So the seed could not germinate. Situation B is the best situation because it got air as in oxygen, it got optimum temperature and it got the right amount of water which is required. On the other hand, seed C could not get oxygen from the air. It had to depend on the oxygen present in the dissolved water. So it got enough water but not enough oxygen, as a result of which it partially germinated. Now let us discuss 3 different kinds of germination that we can see in nature. सबसे पहला type is hypogeal germination. Hypo in science means below. So ऐसे germination में the cotyledon it remains below the soil or maximum on the surface of the soil. In these kind of germination जो epicotyle है it always elongates faster. Remember epicotyle is that region which is between the plumule and the point of attachment of the embryo with the cotyledon. तो ऐसे germinations with the epicotyle usually grows faster. मोनोकॉट सीड्स में यूजुअली हाइपोजियल जर्मिनेशन दिखता है, जिसका एग्जांपल हमारे बुक में जो दिया हुआ है इट इज मेज. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस देयर इज अनदर एग्जांपल व्हिच इज आल्सो गिवन इन द बुक व्हिच इज ऑफ पी सीड. दे आल्सो शो हाइपोजियल जर्मिनेशन. ऑन द अदर हैंड जब हम एपीजियल जर्मिनेशन की बात करते हैं, यहाँ एपीजियल मींस अबव. सो द कॉटिलेडन इज सीन अबव द ग्राउंड, मतलब हमें कॉटिलेडन एक्चुअली दिखता है इन द सीडलिंग. एंड रिमेंबर वन थिंग, इन दिस द हाइपोकॉटाइल व्हिच इज द रीजन बिटवीन द पॉइंट ऑफ अटैचमेंट ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो विद द कॉटिलेडन and the radicle, this elongates faster. इस तरह का germination हमें dicot seeds में दिखता है, जिसका example है bean seed which is given in the book. The third type of germination is quite unique. इसे viviparous germination कहा जाता है. Remember one thing, इस तरह के germination में जो seed है वो germinate करता है inside the fruit and the entire fruit remains attached to the parent body. So the seed germinates within the fruit while it is still attached to the parent body. और जब ये enough germinate कर जाता है, then it is released and then as it falls on the soil, it develops its roots and grows into a plant. ऐसे तरह के germination usually हमें दिखता है rhizophora and sondaceum. Remember one thing, viviparous germination it is a kind of adaptation. It is shown by those plants जो बहुत ही marshy soil पे develop करते हैं. क्योंकि marshy soil पे the 3 conditions which is water, optimal temperature and oxygen का थोड़ा imbalance रहता है. That is why the parent plant वो कोशिश करता है अपने seeds को to grow within its fruits and जब वो enough strong baby plants बन जाते हैं then they are released so that इनके survival के chances ज़्यादा बढ़ जाए. Now let us quickly look into few diagrams and try to guess whether they are epigeal or hypogeal kind of germination. Now I have drawn 2 diagrams and by just looking at the diagram हमें guess करना है whether it is a hypogeal germination or epigeal germination. Before we start guessing, मैंने पहले ही बोला है in case of hypogeal germination the cotyledon will remain below the soil and in case of epigeal germination the cotyledon is going to be above the soil. So in the first situation let us first look at the cotyledon. So here is the cotyledon and very clearly this is the layer of the soil. तो इसमें the cotyledon is below the layer of the soil and the epicotyle has grown taller, वो ऊपर की तरफ चला गया है keeping the cotyledon down. So very clearly situation A is an example of hypogeal germination. मैंने कैसे पता किया? I just first located the cotyledon and I tried to find out if the cotyledon is below the soil or above the soil. Whereas in the second case हम cotyledon देख रहे हैं, it is above the soil. So the cotyledons they are above the soil. This is the epicotyle and this is the hypocotyle. In this region we can see the hypocotyle has grown taller, बहुत ज़्यादा ऊपर tall किया है, pushing the cotyledon cotyledons upwards. So ये रहे cotyledon in this diagram, and this is the region which is epicotyle and this is the region hypocotyle. Very clearly situation B में the cotyledon has been pushed above the soil. So ये example है एक epigeal germination का. So now we know the three kinds of germination: hypogeal, epigeal and viviparous germination. We have even understood what are the essential conditions required for the process of germination, और हमने कुछ experiments भी किए to prove how important these conditions are. So with this we have finished this chapter. If you have doubts, like I always say, post it in the comment box. If you have liked my teaching, share it with your friends and subscribe my channel, and do not forget to revise. Thank you.